Alright, now we begin with this. HD quality bride. I forgot this is just how, like, it just starts right off the bat.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, this is like the manga, I believe, so. People, like, really love the manga of this. Like, people love the anime of this, but
I actually have never read the manga.
I've gleamed at it. But, I prefer watching, like, the anime first. So, I thought it said cafeteria, not cafeteria for a second. Oh, he's like me. He like plans everything he buys specifically to like save money as much as possible. I mean, I just went to the store and I got like 5 apples and like bread, and it was like $4. And I'm like, yeah, I know which apples to get to save money.
I don't do that.
Yeah,
I'll just pick stuff out and kind of put them in.
I like plan it every time I know the price of everything. I love it though. You save money, and it's like, where are you at?
Tis the life of growing up spoiled, though.
Yoda Kobe mo kanashimi mo ganatasa e Gotoubun nan desu. This opening is actually really hard to learn. Harder than any of the JoJo openings.
I think it's a great opening, though.
Hitotsukuri wa nai maminu kana futatsu anata nanka daikya yo mitsu mo segu no ko no kimochi kizuite yo watsuki ga sukuta dan itsutsu wakari arata ne benkyou dake janakute kimi wo shiritai yo daisuki to kawaru kokoro ni suite ike nai yo dono koto mo anata sae gotoubun desu nera watashi wa anata ga sugi yo.
Impressive.
I got my sleep today. Well, you don't like meme me. You used to like you used to just like make funny comments on the lyrics back in the day, but
I grew out of it.
yeah. Well, I do. Well, I do like work at it. It's not, you know. I actually have to like memorize each of it. And this is the kawaii season 1 art style, and then they changed it, and it still kind of bugs me, but it doesn't bug me as much. But basically, Ken's having lunch with a girl. That's like nerd reputation moment.
That is very much nerd reputation.
No one forced you, you know. When they just showed up with his oh yeah, well she's dude, don't go calorie counting. I only calorie count for myself. Oh yeah, well, rich girl, so she buys the fatty foods.
Oh yeah, because there are people blessed in this world that never gain weight.
Yes, and I'm not one of them. I need to like well, I do starve myself because I only have like 1 meal a day, but it works. But
I'm
you know,
somewhere in the middle.
I'm I think I just well, I have like good like discipline to like lose weight, but I think I'm really bad at like gaining weight. Like I gain it really easily, and I lose it it's very difficult to lose it. So, but I got like discipline power, so I can just keep it away with that. What's funny about this scene is like she ends up kind of like hating him later. It's almost like if he just presented differently, maybe she wouldn't hate him as much. But wow, this like table is smaller than I thought. I didn't think they'd be in the corner there. Like the audio coming good for you? If anything, you ordered way too you ordered way too much. And thus she hates him for the rest of the series.
Well, if there's one thing I've learned in life, it is that that's something you never say to a girl.
Yes, but you still give women too much anyway because women really love food. They won't admit that they do, but that's a good, easy bake way of getting the women happy. I've never seen a woman be like, "Oh, you gave me too much food." Well, meh. Unless they're like really obsessed with not, gaining weight. But that's like what I am, because it's like you give me like too much food to be like, I have like this autistic schedule and I like only eat a certain amount of things.
And I envy people with that option. For you could just give away a kidney for money.
Oh well.
I only have one. I don't even have that option.
Well, I'm not giving away my anything. I'm not giving away blood. I'm not giving away fat. I'm not giving away anything. My body is mine. My body is ready, and I'm not giving it to anyone.
All right, Reggie.
Yes, my body is ready. My body is what I want it to be, and I don't want to give it away. Maybe you should just sit like a bit closer so it picks you up better.
Can do.
Yeah. He said, wait till the W.
But she's got to be in here because you need that tsundere character.
Well, she is. There's kind of like two tsunderes in this. Because Nino's kind of like a tsundere more. And I know the tsundere lovers love her more.
That's kind of the rule of harem animes.
Yes, well, that you have the tropes. You follow the tropes, and what's with your fantasy? Well, it's kind of funny. Oh, my. Well, it's like he is, he, he is on, like, the nerd mode, which is, it's kind of funny, because he was also, like, who I'm with, I used to talking with the women. Oh, this is the one people memed. This scene right here, because, I remember, like, in season 2, there's, like, this one clip where her, like, breasts are smaller, and then people were like, what once was, what now is, and then it's, like, a black guy crying.
We all know people care about plot.
Well,
quote unquote.
Plot. Her voice is just a little bit deeper right now, but, it's the beginning, though. But she has, like, the deepest voice. Yeah, that's for the, like, extroverted boys. Which he isn't, but they actually characterize that in a rather interesting way. Ooh. Reisugi-san! That's just like the intro. Well, that's more kawaii than I remembered.
And she is totally my favorite just because I like the energetic personality.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. I mean, I never thought about it, but it does not surprise me. Miku is best girl, though.
Miku's probably close second for me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, Miku is, like, best girl for Futaro, but, like... Because, people will immediately jump on waifu wars on this.
They sure will.
I don't have waifus, but if I had to choose one, it would be Miku, so is that.
Say one word and say one wrong thing, and you're suddenly in, just a war of attrition.
Well, among the nerds, there seems to be agreement for Miku, but most nerds I see agree with me, which is surprising because you don't see that with other series as much. But
I disagree, but then again, I'm usually more attracted to the energetic.
Yeah, and that is actually like creepy. What's going on there? Dude in gym room. It's been so long since I was in the gym room with the boys, and they made fun of me for being fat. But I didn't care. They like bullied me, but I'm kind of immune to like bullying. I'm just like, eh. It was kind of funny actually that like the way they insulted me, like, oh, yo, dude, why are you so? How'd you get so fat? I'm like, playing Luigi's Mansion too much. That's kind of where it started, honestly. Luigi's Mansion is kind of where it started for me.
Well, yeah, it's not that hard to guess.
Well, I just ate whatever. Now I like eat an apple every day, and I only like drink water and stuff. Well, it's actually very good how they like introduce each one of them. Although Miku, they kind of like start her off really with like the first interaction with like Futaro, and then she goes like shy mode. She doesn't talk to him for like a while because she's really like the first who actually gets into him, which is the best way. Miku, best girl. I will have to argue this throughout the entire thing. Nice like modernist pillars. This is the one the tsundere lovers actually love. Well, she's more like a severe tsundere.
Oh, completely.
Yeah, she's my least favorite, so there's that. Well, that's nice. Oh, what is it? Okay, what's with no, he's just well, it's actually basically what I do. What are you doing? What are you doing? What is this?
Just running in. He kind of takes the take your problems head on, quite literal.
That's the first ammunition though. Look how we ran for it. Yo, he wants her, dude. Yeah, we're like 10 minutes in. Yo, I promise you, dude.
And it's totally not because he just wants money.
That's what he's doing on job mode. But does he know that? Does he know that they're his students yet? I'm not sure if he does.
No, that's not yet.
Yeah. Oh, I thought that was sunset. It was just lighting. The nerd run. Whoo, I'm tired. The nerd apology. Oh, I love that. Sonore. Kate Yoshi. Oh, I love when they do that. It's like manga clips. You know, she bears the grudge. She'll bear the grudge forever. Really, even at like the end of this season, the grudge is still like kind of there.
Cliche.
Oh no! I didn't. Oh, come on,
Cliche.
dude. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. Really?
The cliche.
I'm tired of that though.
Gets him every time.
Japanese Chad mode initiated. I love this song though. Oh, come on. Don't you know who's paying you? Ooh, it's like tasteful manga panels.
God, I love her. She's so dense. She's that energetic, dense character.
Yeah, well, she like basically troll simulator. Well, she actually trolls him like the most. He trolls him all the time. That's the good part too. A sudden heaven loud and overclocked past its manufacture limit reached a certain conclusion? I must be dreaming. That's the nerd response. I have all these women now. I'm. Uh, uh. Granted, I probably would be the same though. I've definitely rejected more women than I've ever been into. Incel mode initiated. Yeah, this is day one, so. What? Furrowing your eyebrows? Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, they're identical, but they just have like different hair now. So the nerd is pleased. Homework time. The time where he lives.
Someone find someone who's actually willing to listen to me.
You're willing to do homework? Homework is the best part of my day. Well, he's probably one of those dudes who goes to like the extra school after school the Japanese people go to. Then he's probably in some extra study club, so he has like a 10-hour day.
Oh, probably.
Yeah, and then he does all his homework like ahead of time, so with an extra 2 hours of his day. But didn't Daddy pay him? Not them? I think so.
Yep, it's Dad.
I don't think we ever see Dad,
I don't think so either.
which is probably for the best. Well, maybe Dad's a redhead too.
Mysterious dad character.
Yes, Miku attitude. You're in our grade, low IQ. Go, go. Nino seems the most antisocial, really, but Japanese clouds mode. Well, might, might listen. Well, she has like the messy room, I think. Yeah, that's how it goes. You know. Well, hey, messy room is either a sign that you're like unaccountable or you have a high IQ. So we could hope for the best. You're more creative in a dirty room. It's just proven. Well, she just implies it. Yeah, chill, dude. That's like the very autism one. Let me just rip off your blanket here. Lacking in the social relations there, but I'm not a touchy feely person, so
Yes.
yes. Well,
Yes, I want to study.
well, she's like very interesting actually. Ichika is actually one of the most interesting because she no honorific. I love it. I didn't remember it was just Futada right from the beginning. Yeah, but Ichika basically kind of like pushes the other girls onto him, especially like Miku later on, which is very interesting. I love how they handled that because they don't handle it in the obvious way. Come on, chips plus like chocolate. I don't like chips and chocolate. That kind of turns me off.
I'm cool with it.
Yeah, I just for me, chocolate kind of like numbs me. Like whenever I have chocolate, I have water with it. Chocolate kind of like makes my throat dry, which is weird, but it probably keeps me away from it.
That's kind of odd.
Yeah, because chocolate's supposed to be like sweet, but like I have chocolate, and then I'm like dry tongue and stuff. Is she being nice right now? Oh, but didn't she? You need to be like infinitely suspicious
But
of
it's for
like.
the sake of studying.
Well, it helped. It helped. Well, not right now. She's being like nice. What is she? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 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 Okay. That reminded me of like Bleach for some reason. That's shot in quite the way.
And that's the worst thing is looking at that character and just knowing I did that during school, falling asleep during every lesson.
I think I only fell asleep during 2 or 3, but it was between like a week period. Because what happened is like I just got like no sleep one day, and I just like went to school and I just didn't care. So
I did it a lot.
I just fell asleep, and I was like I couldn't. I was like shocked that I fell asleep. I'm like, oh well, I fell asleep. I could, because when I fall asleep, I kind of like I wake up, and then I'm like, oh, did I sleep? I don't even remember if I did.
I still got good marks though, despite.
She actually did poison him. Yeah, he's like a rich cab driver. So, ooh, she has some manners. And it's Itsuki because, well, hopefully that implies nothing. Because usually people will either say, like, it's Miku or it's Itsuki, generally.
Probably, actually.
Yeah, it's more likely to be Itsuki, but it still should be Miku. Even if it isn't, it still should be. Because, Miku is just, has the best characterization for it. Miku probably has the best characterization in the series, and, you know.
I have seen harem animes where they just make separate endings for each character.
Yeah, well, of course you have like goofy fan theories for this, where it's like, you see, actually, the ending is like they're all the same girl. Like he actually marries just like the same person and combined. They all did the fusion dance, and they're all just one character. Yes, that definitely sounds like a very good.
What is this, an episode of DBZ?
That's what people say. Well, it's symbolic, dude.
Fusion!
Basically. And no, I don't like that theory because that's basically like saying, oh, who does he? He marries all of them. Like, how about like choose one? How about have the balls to choose one?
It's all good, little sister.
Raiha, Japanese mode. Well, he still plans on maintaining it. Tuta I shall be, but he's making money, presumably a lot of money. So
And unfortunately, she has her weakness.
yeah, well, that is the weakness. She has better manners, like Nino. So the Nino fans probably will kill me. I don't hate you guys. It's no grudge, but she's kind of mean. And I know you're like, well, that's like the tsundere quality. Well, I'm just not a tsundere guy, okay?
A lot of people are.
Uh-huh. Well, there's that, and also I think her characterization's kind of like the worst of them all. Yeah, and this one they don't actually show the ending image. They do that a couple of times here. They just continue it with the ending theme on. Even though you all have like zeros.
I can understand that mindset, though.
Yeah, well, that's just what people will do.
I actually used to struggle with that mindset.
Oh, I get to do homework? Yeah, let's go.
That's awesome!
Well, he's hyped. I get money and I get to do homework, which is what I live for. Oh, that's quite the grin.
That is quite the grin. That's a villain grin right there.
Uh-huh. That's why they like him. Hmm. I'm pretty sure he knows. He at least knows like Yotsuba is nothing. So the unbelievable day, heh
He,
heh.
he. I imagine he like Michael Jackson.
This girl looks the most like Miku. I'll just say that. Like her hair is like darker than Itsuki's.
Oh, completely.
Yeah. So like, look at that. Looks like Miku to me. I don't know. That's well, whatever. Whatever. Sure, it's just the fusion dance. So that's the answer. Still love this OST. I can like dance this OST. Ooh, he's hyped. Oh, well, what a fantastic preview. What a fantastic preview. Yeah, they just go right into the Miku episode. Yeah, that's how they do it. So.
Yep.
Which is interesting. I like how they do that.
That show him getting along.
Well, she doesn't like him initially, but then the events happen. Which I like how they do it. I like how they do it. They don't. It's not a one-way streak with any of them. It actually surprised me when I first watched it. Okay, 1, 2, 3. These are like different subs. I got it all from the same site, so it should be fine. Prove to me how dumb you are. Yeah, well, she goes on it. Well, Nina is like always stubborn. Well, she needs to prove how smart she is. That's also why she is like the glasses. Wasn't she good with like language? I think she was. 50? Okay. The balls on this man. That's a weird clock. The clock is like punched into the wall. I guess that's what rich people do.
Together.
Yes, because this is the gimmick. Is like they're like specialized in like 5 different subjects. Actually, yeah. Well, you see, if they did do the fusion dance, then they would all be like equally perfect. I could do the opening again, but I'm not sure if I want to sing it every time.
Technically, yes, actually, if they would have just be a fusion. However, at the same time, that just gives you a Mary Sue character.
Mm-hmm. Well, well, you get that, but
I already know how most people feel about the Mary Sues.
well, there's also like the Mary Sue personality, which is like the whole like feminist, strong, independent woman. I'm gonna like swear and whatever, and this like angry kind of character, and that's just people ask like, oh, why do you like watch anime? Why don't you watch like superhero movies? Well, it's because like all the characters in our movies are like these weird like stereotypes where it's like, oh well, we got like this black guy, and like they all have their like roles, like blacks today. It's you either have like the black like friend character who dies. Other black people talk about this all the time. Or you have like the black like mentor master character, and then like the Asians is like the like nerd sidekick. Which you in like the 80s it used to be like the blacks were like the nerdy sidekick. Like you just have like this white guy with like a six pack, Arnold Schwarzenegger guy packing heat, and then he has this like black nerd sidekick. But now it's like you have like the Asian nerd sidekick, or you have like the Asian wingman, or the wingman is like gay. I find,
That's a common trope now, too.
and I also find a lot of the time they like make like Hispanic gays. They're like, well, we need a Hispanic and we need a gay, so we'll just like combine them in one. Although the Hispanics are like quite anti-gay overall, but no, I don't think they care. They just need to fulfill their quota of rainbow people on display. And we need to start putting in like Hindus pretty soon because they're getting more powerful in our country, which makes sense. They're like a third of the British government at this point, so
The horror might teach you.
I think that's the first time Nina was in her like uniform thing. Maybe not, but Miku is like almost always wearing the same thing until like season 2. Then they like change it, but Uitsuki has her like little hair twitch thing. Well, Miku might name this. I don't know Japanese history that much, so at least I don't know the names. So oh, that's her reaction to it. That's her answer to it.
Just nothing.
Just the squishy face. that is uh that is like the nerd image. I can make that like my desktop background.
Social distancing.
Yeah, but for non-COVID reasons. History Chan. Ooh, isn't that shot nice? Miku Chan has a high IQ. Uh, oh, I thought she like took it from him or something. I didn't get that. Well, she's like the most shy, so she's. Wow. Is he though? Well, I guess he kind of is. Because he's like, well, I mean, technically, he's like, hey, do this test, and if you do good, then I'll like leave you alone. But oh well. Well, Yotsuba's never hated him, but Yotsuba's always trolled him.
Yotsuba's just a ditz.
Aha! But that's the part of it. I'm not even sure if Yotsuba really ends up liking him. Like, she seems to really just stay mostly the same.
Yeah, Yotsuba, but I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Honestly, the one who changes the most in terms of like how she likes him and whatnot is probably like Ichigo, because well, she kind of like flip flops with it, where she's mostly trying to like push Miku onto him, which I love how they did that, and then she kind of starts liking him. She gets probably the most moments with Futaro though, overall, and oh, love. It says love. You thought it would say something epic like death or something, considering this background.
No, it's like love is war. Love bad thing.
That's pretty much what it is. Oh, kawaii. Oh, what do you do with that? I wasn't expecting you to just go on that right now. Come on, dude. Contain the kawaii. Oh, wow. I didn't remember they jumped on this that quickly. Oh, yeah, they do it, and he can't judge it because he has Asperger's. I would be the same, though, granted. Oh, no, this implies something very deep. Oh, this! I love how they did this. What was it about Oda Nobunaga? Well, there was that, kawaii reaction, so, who knows? What are you grinning about? Ooh, well, he is grinning. Calm down, dude. Calm down, dude. That's where the soul of the simp manifests.
Indeed, it does.
He has, like, anxiety, so he just goes to the chalkboard and does a bunch of division equations. Ooh. It's rare that she actually just has her headphones on and not down. That deep heartbeat sound. She's in love with, like, Japanese samurai.
Yep.
Well, maybe she's just quiet because she is just shy in general. That was a good one. Oh, bloody, was that from the time where Japan was split in like a million pieces? There was like 200 different countries in Japan. I think so. The Japanese love talking about that period. I don't. I don't remember which it was called though. I don't remember the Japanese periods. I just remember the Japanese dynasties. Well, Miko on her phone. Hey, hey. But the phones nowadays seem like more resilient. Like the phones today die because I don't know. I'll like flick the screen and then it cracks, but I can like drop it on the floor and then it's fine. It's the opposite of what it used to be. What was it? Oda Nobunaga mode? Well, she's a history nerd. I am too. A Sengoku period. Right, right, right. That's the Japanese talk about that all the time. And you can even see the millions of countries all around there. And thus the nerds are pleased. Oh, it's weird to see Miku in that. That is, I don't think you ever see that at another point. Oh, yeah, I like bearded old guys. Yeah, okay.
My favorite kind.
Oh, well, nothing wrong with old guys, nothing wrong with a beard. Although that guy had kind of a strange one. Yeah, maybe facial hair just is not made out for the Japanese. I'm not sure. Oh, well, they can pull it off, but they just don't try at this point.
Yeah, it was more popular back when.
In like samurai mode, Japanese beard, the Fu Manchu mode.
And everyone didn't have a razor on them.
Yeah, you don't want to take the sword right to the chin on that one. Oh, here we go. Oh, well, she goes on trivia mode. She doesn't get to like give him a Sengoku period history quiz another time. So you're a nerd. You can do it. That's a very Japanese name. Well, we'll assume he knows everything she's talking about, and he's not doing like the catfish. Yeah, I know that's the case, right? Well, that is how you do it. Okay, she's gone on nerd mode. It's sunset at this point, but hey, land of the rising sun.
You gotta meet on even ground.
Well, that is how you do it. That is how you make people put in work. That's coercion. That's the art. I mean, it's what was required for me, because But there's deciding to try, and then there's just being interested, and being interested makes it easier to try. I think we have the thing where he like puts like that whatever it is. I don't know if it's popped or whatever it is on her like face, and that's the right kawaii.
Unfortunately, he done goofs.
It doesn't have snot in it. Is that translated right? That sounds strange. It doesn't have snot in it. Well, I bloody hope not. Well, this is like well, this is funny because she like trolls him here, but then you know she falls for him secretly. You said your IQ was high, but you don't actually know every name from the Sengoku period. Oh well, he's gonna know now. I probably would do the same thing though. Yeah, how dare she? What's that? I can't memorize every name from the Sengoku period. I'm on it.
She said she doesn't. I don't know things.
Yeah.
That's my weakness.
Well, he needs to know everything. This is another quiz. This is extra homework for him. So he already has a 12-hour day. Now he turns it up to 14 hours. Oh wow, that is a brilliant scene there. A Japanese poetry mode.
And now it's time to run.
Well, they're both like the worst at like the physical activity. Like that's what she's worst at. So she's too busy at home playing PlayStation. Oh, that's where that comes from. But wow,
The perfect disguise.
well, she's the best at disguising herself, and you get a couple other meme-worthy scenes of that later. So why is she still there? But she gets better at hiding later. What's going on with that look? She's running with a very like tired look. She's kind of just flailing her arms. I used to run like that though, but I like running seriously now.
I'm still bad at running.
Yeah, just walk a bunch and then you'll be better at running. I like walking, but no, I haven't been able to do it because Matt. But hopefully that will be done soon and then I can do it again. Yes, you can't take it. This shouldn't be your strategy. I'll distract him with more Japanese history quizzes. Well, he needs to stop to think about it. Wow. Okay. I'm just not good with names though. Even though I'm good with history, I'm just not a name person. So
No good with names either.
I would fail this quiz as well. But hey, if I had to learn it like he would, I'm sure I could teach myself.
Probably.
Again, till sunset. I think Yotsuba is the best with like the physical stuff, but you don't really see them doing that ever. It will be a prime fan service opportunity, but this show is doesn't really have much like fan service moments.
No, they don't really take the
Which is why it's wholesome, and
consistent fan service route.
which is why I like it. I mean, their designs are like somewhat fan service because they have like above average breast size, but that's basically it. And there's the thumbnail. There's no snot in it. You after I run a lot, I get like snotty. I get like I don't know why. I like physically exert myself and then I'm like coughing and I got like a runny nose and all this. It's very strange.
I
But
can't say I get a runny nose.
that's what happens to me. I get like sick when I'm tired. I literally get like sick symptoms. That's when I'm like not fit. When I am fit, then I basically just don't really get tired much. You can't tell them that you're a history nerd. I think that probably is true. But that's why all us nerds love you. That's like the opposite of what she said in the first episode, so that's how you do characterization. And thus the nerd brain goes off.
Yep, the third eye is opened.
Yeah, the hexagon pyramid. The hexagon skill. See, don't have them do the fusion dance. Make them all equally as powerful separately. I don't know what the fan theorists have to say to that. He just carries their tests on himself. I'm not like a grade person though. I never really like I usually get like high grades, but sometimes I don't. Sometimes they just troll me. Like I was in law class and I like put in the work, I did the homework, I did everything like right as far as I know. And then he's like, B. I'm like, fine, dude. Whatever. Like, if you don't like it, whatever. Same thing with English class. Like, it's like, oh, I'm like grammatically correct. All my punctuality's correct. You know, I'm like, it's all good. But then it's like, I don't like, I don't like your like writing form. I wish you like phrase things differently. Well, whatever. Like whatever. That's BS. Wow, that's quite a. I'm not even sure that's a Japanese term, but I wonder if it was just that to be censored. Too much faith in the quintuplets thing. Well, he's a nerd, so he's going to take the goofiest approach. I would too, though.
Oh, how do you think Yotsuba would be like the most troubling one?
Well, she really is. Well, like I said, she sort of is and she sort of isn't. Like she trolls him, but she always shows up. So
Usually think the outgoing, like energetic personalities are usually the most painful ones.
yeah, well, Yotsuba's like the most extroverted. Miku's the most introverted. So oh god, people are gonna.
Everyone's favorite line. Time to make a compilation of it.
Well, that's people's first ammunition on the. Well, yeah, Miku with Futuro, dude. I have more. I have more ammunition than that. I don't need to. I don't need to use lines such as that. I'm above that.
I could do better than that.
Well, I actually did write. I wrote basically like a collection of notes, like arguing like the amount of scenes and like what it would like merit who gets with Futuro because I'm a total nerd. So I'll probably need to like find those, but is that's just what I do when I'm not you know when I'm not doing like school and when I usually do school I usually do like well and then they're all like, oh, you're so smart or whatever, which is kind of funny because like most of my life I've just been like bullied, but like now everyone like gives me like way more respect than I'm used to. It's probably because like I like dress well, so they're like, oh, whatever, like, oh, high grades, aren't you smart, aren't you?
I have not grown up that much since high school.
Yeah, well, it's like, oh, you're so presentable and you get such good grades, whoosh whoosh whoosh, and it's like, well, the funny thing is like I present well for them, but the nerd underneath still lurks.
I'm still relatively the same.
I mean, I don't think I'm really that different. I look different, but
Between the times for most of my time I'm not doing work, I'm usually still playing RPGs.
uh huh. I haven't memorized this ending. The ending is good, but oh yeah, they go right into that episode. Oh wow, this is just back to back, right, good content. This is a well paced series. The thing is, I've only watched this all the way through uh, once.
Only once.
I've watched plenty of other clips and like done notes on it and stuff, but I've only watched it all the way through once. Okay, episode 3 about always. I'm not gonna watch a video in photos.
No, that's normal. Would
Okay.
work in photos.
Yeah. Well, the good thing about this tablet is just it's new, so I just have like nothing on it, so I can just put these anime episodes on it.
I know. I bought my tablet for like 800.
My dad got it for me for like Christmas because this is cracked. One of these cracks came when I was like there. I don't know how it came. I just like slept and then I woke up and then suddenly it was cracked. And then even though like he wasn't to blame for it, he like regrets it. He like looks at it, like he'll like pick it up and be like, like it like bugs him. So
Even though he did nothing wrong.
yeah, like it just randomly cracked for no reason while I slept, but it was at his house, so he blames it on himself. So he had to get me a new one.
His house is cursed.
Perhaps, perhaps. Well, he always talks about how his neighborhood is, his neighbors are all weird. Like he has some like Mexican guy who always walks around in his underwear, and he has some like Jewish guy there who like walks his cat. And then he has like another Jewish guy there who like walks around in his house in his underwear and drinks Dr. Pepper all day.
I know, like 2 days ago, we actually lost Tweak. He got outside because late at night,
Hmm.
I'm guessing it's some drunk guy. That's my best guess. Yeah, just walked into the house
Hmm.
because we forgot to lock the door.
Yeah.
And yeah, just walked on in there.
Hmm.
Bear started barking at him.
Uh,
And you can tell that he clearly panicked because, yeah, when I went out in the morning,
hmm.
half the glasses were just shattered that were, like, on the cupboard.
Hmm.
In, like, some drunken panic, I guess.
Yeah. Huh.
And yeah, Tweak finally, like, just came back.
Yeah. Oh well. All the people here are like old, so I've never seen like a drunken stupor around here. I never heard of a break-in here, but
And to be honest, the best way I can describe the people I live around is the people I live around are either drug addicts,
yeah,
just crazy people in general,
hmm,
or old retired people.
yeah, mostly just old people over here. That's
And the old retired people are the best ones.
yeah, just the old gentlemanly boomers. Hey there, Sonny. How's it going?
Yeah, they're the most bearable ones.
You wearing your mask there, Sonny? Oh, so, or maybe they'll be like anti-mask. A lot of boomers are.
I have not met a single person nearby that has been an anti-masker. Lucky for me,
Oh, really?
because they kind of drive me just up the wall.
Oh, you mean people who insist on the masks, or people who don't wear the masks?
Insists on don't wearing masks because it's killing your oxygen.
Oh, whatever. I'm just in my bat cave all the time, so I'm just like barely around people
Yeah, that
anyway.
drives me crazy when people are just sitting there going, "You're depriving our children of oxygen. They can breathe through the mask, you know."
Oh, they can, and then there's also. I just say like, how about just don't be like OCD about it. Like honestly, if some dude is like not wearing his mask, I'm not gonna be like, oh, how dare you breathe on me? What if you get this illness that has killed what? It's like it's apparently this like global pandemic. It's been a year. If this were an actual plague, a quarter of everyone would be dead already.
Yeah, it's a pandemic because it infected enough people to count as a pandemic.
But it's not an actual plague if you're looking at like deaths.
Deaths, it is definitely not a plague.
No, because you would see literally like corpses on the street regularly if it were.
It's just more of a. The reason they're locking down everything is because
Well,
it's more of COVID is just a minor inconvenience to everyone.
yeah. Well, they want to keep it that way, but
I know I'm able to get the vaccine.
I don't really want to. I mean, it's been a year, and I haven't been sick in like a year and a half, which is kind of exceptional. My immune system probably is quite good. I just have not been sick like at all.
I usually get sick once a year.
I used to, but I'm just like good, like exceptionally good.
Impressive.
Yeah, I haven't been sick since June. No, not June. November 2019. I want to say. I think was the last time I was sick.
That is impressive, actually.
Yeah. So my immune system seems to be exceptionally good. So I guess that makes up for the fact that whenever I wake up, I have like a dry throat. So
That's normal for most people.
but it gives me an excuse to brush my teeth. Numb mouth is better than dry mouth. Okay.
Cord hit the play button. Not the play button.
Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Episode 3.
Serida. Well, this is where like Miku opens the door for him. HD camera on it. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't talk to the camera. I'd probably just phone someone. No, I don't know these weird locking technologies. I hate when you go into an apartment and they have all this weird tech to like get in. I mean, I know it's for security and whatnot, but I'm just like bad with these things. So not off to a good start. Oh, what you showed how bad you are with like modern technology. I'm sure that just makes you endearing. See, she looks happy about it. Yoda Kobe mo Yoda Kobe mo Kanashimi mo Kanashimi mo Anatasa Gotoubun Nandes. Well, you know that Gotoubun because that's what the Japanese name is. Gotoubun no Hanam. So season 2 opening wasn't as good, but I actually really like this opening because this has a really good opening. Kaguya-sama had a really good opening.
You always seem to be a bigger fan of season 1 openings.
Yes, I remember. I'll just call him Bespera. It has to be revealed sometime. So with Bespera, what was it? He showed me a Kame ga Kill, and he's like, "Yeah, the season 2 opening is much better than the season 1 opening." And I'm like, I like the season 1 opening more.
I
So,
could never finish that anime.
well, he says the anime sucks.
It made me too depressed.
Really, uh, I thought it was just okay. Uh, well, the anime at the end they like change the plot, so it ends up as like quite the troll. That one, he,
I
he says the manga is much better. He
I find
says,
myself mostly watching slice of life animes nowadays.
yeah, well, I basically just watch that, and then I watch like I watch big animes if I wanna, That's basically what I do. I just watch like, you know, big epic combat when I have the time, and then when I just want to like chill, I just watch harem.
Oh yeah, I'll occasionally watch like a big epic.
Yeah, but the simplicity of harem is just what I need. And, maybe I'll watch. I don't know. I mean, well, Best Bread did show me Initial D. Have you ever heard of that?
I have. It's the anime with the cars.
Yes, it's the anime with the cars, but it's got bloody good production value.
And I hate to admit it, I love half the songs from it.
The OST is incredible. I love the OST. Look, that's one of the best OSTs I've ever heard.
It's a guilty pleasure for me.
It's that, but it's also like legitimately good. Like I'm an actual fan of it because this I said this and it killed him. I'm like, yeah, Initial D, I might like it better than Code Geass, and he loves Code Geass, so that probably killed him. But he can be killed by that because I actually really like Initial D. I really like Initial D. So
To me, I've always been a huge fan of music, and the OST just makes it all worth it for me.
well, the OST is excellent, very high production. All the races are like very high
It
production.
makes you hyped.
No, it is because I remember I was watching it. It was like, you're watching the scene and then it's like mimit, 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 and of course I've heard that on like internet memes all the time. But I was like, this. Wait a second, this is from this show. This OST is this good.
Running in the 90s.
I don't know the lyrics because I've only seen it recently. But well, that's probably an opening I'll have to memorize. The ending is like weird, but the opening is really good. The ending has like good OST, but it disturbs me. I'm not comfortable with that ending. Nino not participating. Oh, this is like the Nino episode where this is like the moment of truth on whether you decide you like Nino or not. Pretty much. No, she is the most fashionable of them, so maybe people love her for that reason. Granted, I do love the fashionable, so but you oh, okay, that's on duping mode. Wholesome but sad as well. That is a weird clock. I guess that's just a rich person clock. Go to a quieter place? I don't know what sound's going on there. Yeah, well, this is his reality there. So yeah, she does. Oh, well, she's still there. Wow. Okay. Oh, well, she likes those drinks as well. Or maybe she doesn't. I don't remember. It seemed to be the only thing Mika read. Oh, and thus it
Is a
begins.
mystery.
That was savage. Wow. This is like the first. Yeah, this is like the first of the competition. Oh, let's go. Red lightning, because this is a thunderstorm. You should probably just stay out of it because she's defending you. This is the wholesome moment. This is the wholesome moment. Well, she can cook better, so I guess that's the ammunition they have on her too. So yeah, we just wanted homework mode. A Dutch baby. Okay. This is the wholesome moment. I love this moment. The thing is, I'm not an egg person. I don't like eggs, so
I'm a big fan of eggs.
I just don't. They're too kind of like numb for me. It's weird that she like hates him, and then it's like, oh, okay, well now I'll cook
The
for you.
food of the common folk.
Uh huh. I would probably like what she made more too, because I like I'm a very spicy person. I put like way too much pepper on things. Kawaii mode. Oh, I love that. That's like the true first ammunition. That's like the legit stuff. Lame. Well, I like saying lame too. Lame though. Uh huh. Yes, she has the great grudge.
I think.
I think. Now, what do you mean? Well, she actually comes around just because he was secretly her. Like, he used to be the bad boy mode when he was like 9 years old, I guess. So she used to secretly like him, so that's why she ends up liking him. When he had bleached hair like Ichigo. Because Edge. Because, if you want to be edgy as like an Asian person, you just turn your hair blonde. I personally think there are other approaches, but that's what they want.
Yep.
Or weren't they like? Well, this is the. Well, I guess this is the first scene where they have the ammunition on Nino, but it's kind of whatever. It's kind of what I would ever seen. At least for me, anyway. I'm sure for other people, they die.
They feel the.
What's with that reaction? But she needs contacts actually. No, she has pink hair. Oh, I actually love how they shoot this scene though. This is a very well.
Just hide your face.
This is a very well directed scene. Nino. Oh, he's in pain at it. Good faith. Well, she gets over this, but this is the anime setup. You can't avoid this stuff nowadays. But we didn't have a hot spree, or I guess we kind of did. Yeah, we did on this, but oh, this. Yeah, Yon Siusia. Huh. Just breathe. Breathe. Breathe in. Inhale. Inhale. Exhale. Yes, protective mode. Oh, yeah. Okay, knight in shining armor moment. Go! They have like an aquarium here. They got like a fish thing. Oh, that's what you have when you're rich. Yeah. Uh-huh. She doesn't really hold a grudge on him for that, though. They kind of never really bring that one back. A rare gym scene. We tend not to see that much. There's Nakano-san. Those are kind of weirdly drawn blushes. This show actually has like a very good blush effect. Well, now she denies it. That's the progress from episode Surida. Yes, intruder. Well, he's in. Oh, Christ. It actually is kind of warranted to say like pervert though, given what she knows of that situation. So usually it's not warranted. Usually it's kind of like but I could actually see it in that situation. Oh, this is. I love how they do this. Yes, here we go. Oh wow, a nice prostrated. Of course, Ichika is like the judge, the moderator. So Ichika decides justice, and Ichika decides Mika. That's who she wants, at least in season one. Well, Miku has like a different skirt right now. I don't think she ever has that on any other time. So they look like a criminal, but he's innocent. You see, there was evidence. He was let in. He was let in on an allowed basis. He was allowed to enter this property. He was not trespassing. Yes, he came to get flashcards. I'm not even sure what a flashcard is. Doesn't it doesn't exactly sound the best. Yeah, yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Yes. He saw me naked, but he's just trying to survive at this point. Yes. You're not. Yes. Well, hey, I agree. I don't really like taking sneak pictures of people. Getting bait on people like that. Not cool. Well, Ichigo just knows how to make this the most interesting. Although I'm not sure if Ichigo even knows Miku likes him, basically. Yeah, well, commit honorable suicide because she's embarrassed. That's basically the situation he's in. Itsuka trying, or Itsuki, bleh, get the names confused. Itsuki trying to defend. Well, she's like half the tsundere. She's a tsundere with manners, basically. Nino doesn't have manners, pretty much. Or at least she isn't very respectful. Yeah, but she's trying to defend them. She's trying to, yeah, have the sisters be on the best terms. She thinks he ruins everything. So that's the characterization going on there, which is fine, but still I kind of, oh, whatever, you know. That's what people will say. People will insist on that. It's true. But I still think she's kind of the worst characterized character in the series. Yeah, you shouldn't. No, I mean you haven't. All you did is you went back to get your flashcards, whatever those are.
I think they're the cards like back in like school that they'd like, show you and they'd have like stuff written on them to give you answers.
Oh right, yeah. Weren't those the like notes that you like the small little like note cards that you just read to yourself?
Yeah, those.
Okay. Well, I think they are flashcards. I just never called it that. I just called them like mini notes, but I never do notes that way. I just make like I get like a whole piece of paper and just write like every single thing I possibly can on it. Because they have a certain like name for it, like Klein notes, Clyde notes, some weird name like that.
Something like that.
Where it's like it's objectively the best way of taking notes, and I'm sure it is, but I'm just someone who just basically writes a mini novel and then reads it back to myself. Studying is stupid. That's a paradox. Yeah, well, he just he just needs to study. That's what he does. That's what he lives for. Let the man get his 100 out of 100 every single time. That's his recreation. I just get like a 90 out of 100 because I feel like it. Usually, unless the teacher trolls me. Law teacher trolled me. was very annoying. I like put in effort, and then he's just like, yeah, no, P. Oh, whatever, dude. And then he gets all like attitude with me, gives me like this glare. Yeah, well, I love you too, so I'll just do whatever I do. Yeah, yeah. This is the characterization. So she's just protective. He's an intruder, and this is the characterization going on there. It's good, but creep. Yeah, well, the thing is, I actually can't blame it. Usually, but like that situation is, it was just an awkward situation. So I didn't even remember they had this talk here. Well, she's not even listening to him. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, this is the change, and that means the other girls are slowly starting to like him.
About tomorrow.
Now, is this the beginning of? Uh, there was like a time. Oh no, that's after the whole like festival thing where they have like kimonos.
Yep.
Um, yeah. There's kind of like a period where like Miku like likes Futaro and wants to tell him, but like they just kind of like don't talk for a while, and then you kind of get that in like the winter episode thing, which was overwhelmingly kawaii.